International Boulevard Drive. The victims, who are all students at Bethune-Cookman, were grazed by bullets. One was grazed in the ear, another one in the arm, a third one in the leg. And if you saw the video last night on Channel 6 News, the guy just rolled up in his car, got out, and just started shooting in a parking lot. So we'll find out. More come out about that story. But right now, it's Trivia Native Tuesday with Tom. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hi, caller. Who's this?
This is Jim.
Hey, Jim. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Let's play Trivia Native Tuesday with Tom. Jim, do you want geography, entertainment, history, arts and literature, science and nature, or sports and leisure?
Let's go with history.
History. What philosopher born in 1844 said, "What doesn't kill us can only make us stronger"?
Thoreau?
No, it's Friedrich Nietzsche.
Nietzsche. I had to be that guy. All right. Well,
Nietzsche. Hey, Jim, thanks for playing Trivia Native Tuesday with Tom.
You're welcome.
I think I'm stumping people today. It's your chance to win, 622-9622. Let's go right out to the phone line. Say, hi, caller. Who's this?
This is Pete.
Hey, Pete. Okay, see, now you just can't let me win, can you, Pete?
Well, I did want to mention one thing, Tom.
Go.
You say that we are going to challenge the Trivianator, but I know that you could come up with more stimulating questions than the one you pull out of this box. So I would like to see you come up with some of your questions, which are much better than these canned trivia.
Well, the reason I do the canned trivia is because for the ease of a radio show. Believe me, if you come to one of my Trivianator shows that I do at Mojo's on Monday nights, or at Beef O'Brady's on Silver Springs Boulevard on Wednesday nights, or at Mojo's at Ocala National on Thursday nights, you would really get to see some fascinating questions.
Yeah, I know you could come up with some really real barn burners. But anyway, I'll go ahead and play it. I'd like history as well.
History. What nickname made Samuel Joseph Wurzelbacher famous in 2008?
Samuel Joseph Wurzelbacher.
Famous in 2008.
You stumped me on that one, Tom. You got me.
That's Joe the Plumber, Pete.
Joe the Plumber. Thanks.
Hey, thanks for playing, Pete.
See you around, Tom.
Yep. Joe the Plumber. His name was Samuel Joseph Wurzelbacher. You remember that guy? He confronted soon-to-be President Obama during a campaign stop. Joe the Plumber. 622-9622, your chance to win. Got about a minute to go in this segment. Coming up in the back half of this hour, Buddy Martin joins the show. A little update, little housekeeping here for the radio show. We will have a replay of a food and restaurant show today. The good folks at Eaton's Beach Sandbar Grill, Dave Del Rio, Elodie and Patrice Perron of La Cuisine, and Cindy Nicholson of Mark's Prime, all tied up with restaurant activities. So won't be able to make the show today. So we will be reprising a restaurant and food show that we played back in January. So if you hear us going to give away something today on the restaurant and food show, it will not be a live show. So we will not be giving something away on the show today. 622-9622, your chance to win 2 tickets to Historic Marion Theater. Got about 35 seconds to get in. All these students that were shot at Bethune-Cookman last night, the victims did not appear to be targets. An argument had broken out before the shooting, but the victims that got shot don't appear to be intended targets. They just happen to be standing there. James, the spokesperson for Bethune-Cookman, had earlier said 2 students were shot. Neither of them went to the hospital, and that both of those taken into custody were students. A spokesman for the Daytona Police Department, whose officer responded to the incident, did not immediately respond to a message seeking comment. So right now it's still a ongoing investigation with the Daytona Police Department as 3 students are shot at Bethune-Cookman last evening. Coming up next, Buddy Martin joins us with some insights on ISIS and something that's going to happen to the Coptic Christians that you don't really see happen a whole lot, very often. All that coming up next to the Voice of Ocala. Trivia Native Tuesday with Tom, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Time now to spiff up your bling for spring. Make your rings look brand new. Our master jeweler at Goss & Son will rhodium finish your rings for just $69.95, regular price $75. It's like waxing your car. It brings that shine back and looks all brand new all over again. So come see us. Our downtown location, Goss & Son Jewelers, serving you downtown for 65 years. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. 3 years after Trayvon Martin died, the Justice Department announcing there will be no federal charges against George Zimmerman, who shot the unarmed black teen in a confrontation in Florida. He claimed self-defense. Zimmerman acquitted of second-degree murder, and the Martin family then turned to the federal investigation. Defense attorneys for Jodi Arias making their last bids for her life during the penalty phase of the retrial in Arizona.
It was back in May 2013 that the 34-year-old was convicted of the murder of her ex-lover, Travis Alexander.
Fox's Adam Housley.
Yesterday, Arias apparently went against the advice of her attorneys and requested to allocute, or make a final statement of remorse, to the jury. But Arias wanted a closed courtroom. The judge said a higher court had ruled that she couldn't allow that. So Arias then refused to speak.
And Senate GOP leaders offered to allow a vote on legislation to fund the Homeland Security Department minus immigration-related measures. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I'm Lex Friedman. I run my own business, so I know from experience, hiring new employees can be tough. Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites. And now you can. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 50-plus job sites, including social networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll in to ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. And with ZipRecruiter's premium traffic boost, you can get up to 3 times more candidates. Quickly screen applicants, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 200,000 businesses. Right now, our listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free. Plus, get 30% off your first traffic boost by going to ZipRecruiter.com/info. That's ZipRecruiter.com/info. One more time. To try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/info.
Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license? At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation. Call today, 861-7484.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Join us on Saturday, March 7, 2015 for the second annual Habitat Strawberries Festival at the McPherson Government Complex. The goal of this festival is not only to provide a great time for families in Ocala, but to also raise funds to build a home for our family and our community and support Habitat for Humanity's mission to strengthen communities, build hope, and provide dignified housing solutions. Remember, Saturday, March 7, 2015 for the second annual Habitat Strawberries Festival at the McPherson Government Complex, which starts at 7 a.m. with breakfast.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala, Tribune Tuesday with Tom. Your chance to win 2 tickets to the historic Marion Theater, 622-9622. There's a story out of Egypt concerning the 21 members of the Coptic Orthodox Church that were beheaded on a beach in Egypt. Many of the victims crying out to Jesus before they were beheaded. Now the Coptic Orthodox Church has recognized the 21 victims as martyrs and will commemorate their deaths on February 15th of each year. Normally, there's a 50-year waiting period before a person can be recognized in this manner, but the waiting period has been waived. The Coptic Orthodox Church announced that the murder of the 21 Egyptian Christians killed by the so-called Islamic State in Libya will be commemorated in its church calendar. Pope Tawadros II announced that the names of the martyrs will be inserted into the Coptic Synaxarum, the church's equivalent to the Roman Martyrology. This procedure is also equivalent to the canonization in the Latin Church. So they're going to be made saints, buddy, shown as martyrs and made out the equivalent of like saints in the through canonization.
This story that probably didn't get the attention it should have gotten over the past few days. We haven't talked about it on this program that much because, well, let's be honest, the Academy Awards are on. We're talking about that. And the more I've thought about this story, the more I've seen other reports on it, the more disturbing it becomes. I heard a message on Sunday in church about this, about how it was suggested that maybe in our little world of Ocala, we're all okay if we sort of pull the walls up and say we're good here. But, on this show, we've talked to the sheriff and the chief both about terrorism isn't that far away. Not to try to incite people or scare them, but the reality of it is that this is a brutal thing. This is evil personified. And to have these 21 people beheaded, of course, they made a video of it. It's just the utmost brutality I can think of. It's heinous. It's vicious. It's all the words you can use. These 21 men, as you say, are being canonized. There's this message delivered by Mark talked about how the 21martyrs.com is a website, and they got 21 members of the people who were slain on the website, and there's movements all over the world right now to commemorate these 21 people. And as recently as today, I read a story that there have been something like 90 more Christians captured by ISIS. And it's getting to a point where it's getting beyond cruel and mean and vicious and evil. And, one thing we can do is we can pay tribute to people who gave their lives and people who were, in fact, martyred by ISIS. And we won't forget about those people. And I had to research Coptic Christians because I didn't know what it was. And I looked it up and I found out it was the church in Egypt founded by St. Paul.
In the 1st century A.D.
Yeah, so So consequently, this is obviously a group that's around for a long time, and it's again another example of them trying to strike terror into the hearts of everybody. Which, by the way, they seem to be doing, and it seems to be working from that standpoint, because every time you turn on CNN, there's another story about something involving ISIS. So I can't forget about those 21 men on that beach who died at the hand of the swords of evil. And I hope maybe we should be reminded of that every now and then, to remind ourselves of what kind of terrible group we're up against here, and what needs to be done with this. I don't know, but I just know it's reached a point now where you think things were bad in war when people burned houses down, as they did through the South when Sherman marched to the Civil War, and you got people today who say, forget hell, I'm going to remember Sherman. These people are creating such a terrible thing that generations to come, there will be hatred, and there will be vitriolic people. And they're going to have to reach deep into their faith to even forgive those people, which, of course, Christians are supposed to be doing. I'm not going to be giving a sermon here. I just want to say it's very disturbing. I'm glad we're recognizing the victims and remembering them and not focusing on ISIS, because what really bothers me is the fact that we're now worried about them attacking the mall in Minnesota, because they put out the threat. That's exactly what they want us to do. They want to get in our heads and our minds, and they certainly have done that with these beheadings. So anyway, I bring it up because it bothers me. I don't have the answers except prayer, and I'm hopeful that somehow, some of these people, I know they'll pay for it in hell one day. That's for sure.
Most definitely, and I've said numerous times, evil needs to be evil, animalistic people need to be dealt with that way, and. I know that some people say you can't, two wrongs don't make a right, but in this situation, it might, in my opinion. So, hey, on a lighter note, we're going to talk about some manatees now. But first, it's Trivia Night Tuesday with Tom, 622-9622. Your chance to win 2 tickets to the historic Marion Theater.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
Our good friend Jeff over at the water department, he's been on, Jeff Holcomb has been on our show. He texted me and said, I love Tuesdays. My mouth just waters when you guys talk about food. And he says, I'm going to go to La Cuisine for our anniversary, tonight or tomorrow night. So happy anniversary to Mr. and Ms. Jeff Halcomb on their anniversary. You made a good choice on the restaurant. And I guess people listen to that food show and get hungry.
Well, today it's going to be a replay.
Yeah.
Because all of our participants, Dave Del Rio of Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, Elodie and Patrice Perron of La Cuisine, and Cindy Nicholson of Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood aren't going to be able to join us.
Yeah, condolences to Dave's family who had a death in the family. So
right. So it'll be a replay of the food and restaurant and food show. 622-9622, your chance to win 2 tickets to the historic Marion Theater for answering one trivia question. Buddy, I don't know if you saw this, but 17 manatees stranded in a culvert pipe. I'll tell you about that after we take this phone call. Hi, caller. Who's this? Hello, caller.
Doug. Hey, this is Doug. How y'all doing?
Hey, Doug. How are you today?
Oh, pretty good.
Doug, you want to win 2 tickets to the historic Marion Theater?
Love to.
All right, let's get you a question as soon as I find my glasses.
While you're waiting, I just want to say I saw American Sniper this weekend up there in the balcony, and of course 50 Shades of Grey was playing downstairs. Marion Theater was pretty packed out, I got to say.
I bet it was. All right, Doug, you want geography, entertainment, history, arts and literature, science and nature, or sports and leisure?
Let's say history.
All right, history. I asked this last week. I got to ask another question. I asked this one last week. Chances of pulling that out the box? I just pulled the Samuel Joseph Wurzelbacher back out of the box, too. Right out of the middle. Wow. All right.
You could lay them off to the side, Tom.
Well, I could. Yeah. In 2008, the leader of what European country asked courts to forbid sales of voodoo dolls in his likeness?
Wow. Oh, 2008.
5 seconds.
Yeah. Ceausescu.
What country?
Poland.
Poland is not correct. The correct answer is France. The doll came with instructions for placing a curse on President Nicolas Sarkozy. Hey,
right.
Doug, thanks for playing Trivia Tuesday with Tom.
Thank you.
622-9622, your chance to win 2 tickets to Historic Marion Theater. Buddy, 17 manatees stuck in a culvert pipe. They ranged anywhere from baby manatee of, by the way, baby manatees 350 pounds, all the way up to full-size bull manatees of 2,000 pounds, 1-ton manatees. 17 of them stuck in a drain pipe. They dug them out all night last night. The Satellite Beach Fire Department, Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, the police department from Satellite Beach, SeaWorld, rescued all 17 manatees. They're very curious. They swam up into the storm drains because it was, had water in it, but it gradually narrowed, got them all stuck in there. Massive rescue effort last night, saved every one of the manatees.
Great news. Good story to hear about.
I watched it unfold last night on clickorlando.com. They were streaming it live. And just to see, there was probably 60, 70 people there, just to see how everybody there was in tune to rescuing these manatees. Everybody there was working as a team, a group together, and their whole goal was to rescue these animals that have, no known predator. The manatee's main predator are humans.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And the motors.
And boat motors. Mm-hmm. And they're naturally curious animals. If you've ever been over to Satellite Beach or you've been over to Crystal River and all.
I'm a Homosassa.
You can get in the water and they'll swim with you.
You swim with them.
They'll nudge you and everything.
Talk about swimming with the dolphins. These manatees are.
And they won't harm you, and they nudge you and they'll swim right along with you. So, very good story last night. 17 manatees trapped in a storm drain. All of them rescued and successfully turned back to the wild. So, great story. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have time for a couple more calls on Trivia Tuesday with Tom. Plus, we'll get you ready for the restaurant and food show. It'll be a replay this week, though, folks. The people who usually are here for the restaurant and food show, Chef Dave Del Rio of Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, Cindy Nicholson of Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood, and Elodie and Patrice Perron of La Cuisine French Bistro, all unable because of either a sad passing in the family, and our condolences go out to Dave Del Rio's family, or the restaurant business is just such where they can't break away today, as is the case with Cindy Nicholson and Elodie and Patrice Perron. So we'll have a replay. I believe it was January 6th is the replay we'll be replaying. So
here's some holiday references in there. So.
Right. And you also hear a reference to giving something away for free today.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen today because it is a replay. Take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 1, Trivia Tuesday with Tom, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant. Does osteoarthritis bring frustration with every step? Do pain and stiffness affect your everyday activities? If so, you may be interested in a research study for the treatment of pain associated with osteoarthritis. Rinstar Medical Research is conducting a research study of an investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 40 and 75 and who have been treated for the pain associated with osteoarthritis for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. Again, that's 352-629-5800.
Hi, this is Randy Briggs of the Briggs Law Firm. Traditional help for truly injured. We trademark registered this belief years ago as our description of our practice at the Briggs Law Firm. By traditional help, we mean that clients actually meet with a partner in the firm who will personally handle their case, not a paralegal. Well, what about truly injured? We limit our practice to injury claims having merit with clients who indeed have been injured. So if you or a loved one have been truly injured, compare our credentials at thebriggslawfirm.com or call us at 671-4600.
The tech experience of the future is here at the newly relocated Ocala Verizon Smart Store. Join us on Saturday, February 28th from noon to 2 p.m. and get your hands on the latest smart devices. Right now, get 2 lines with 6 gigabytes of data for $100 monthly access for smartphones. All on the More Everything plan with Verizon Ed. So don't miss the grand opening of the newly relocated Ocala Verizon Smart Store next to Chick-fil-A. Subject to customer and edge agreements and credit approval. Coverage details at VerizonWireless.com.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. Wrapping up Trivia Dinner Tuesday with Tom. Programming note, coming up next, the Restaurant and Food Show will not be a live show. The particulars for the show, Dave Del Rio of Eat and Beat Sandbar and Grill, Cindy Nicholson of Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood, and Elodie and Patrice Perron of La Cuisine French Bistro. Unable to make the show today, either through family obligations or restaurant obligations. So we will be replaying the January 6th show of the Restaurant and Food Show. So you will hear a few references to holidays, New Year's Eve specifically, and you will hear a call for a trivia question to be answered. Those are on a taped show, so do not call in to try to answer the trivia question today. You do have about 2 minutes, though, where you can still call and try to face down the Trivinator and win 2 tickets to the historic Marion Theater. 622-9622 for your chance to win. Nobody even came close so far, so I've still got Mojo's, Eat and Beat Sandbar and Grill, a $25 gift certificate I'm not going to get a giveaway today. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, golf from Ocala Golf Club, Mojo's Grill and Catering Company, all kind of stuff that we didn't get to, but there are still a chance to win 2 tickets to the historic Marion Theater. 622-9622 for your chance to win. Got about a minute and a half to go on that. This from the AP out of Juneau, Alaska. I'll tell you what about that. They become the 3rd state to do something. I'll tell you what that is after we go to this caller. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Hi. Hello. How is everybody today?
Kathy, how are you?
Okay. I'm feeling a little lucky, I hope.
Kathy, you won last weekend, though, didn't you?
About a week ago, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 30-day. The radio station told me 30 days. Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
That's fair.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 622-9622 for your chance to win. Remember, you do have to wait 30 days in between winning. I guess I should have said that at the beginning. 622-9622. Answer one question from Trivial Pursuit, and you'll be a winner. of 2 tickets to Historic Marion Theater. You got about a minute left to get your call in. Smoking, growing, and possessing marijuana is legal in Alaska. That is as of Tuesday, thanks to a voter initiative aimed at clearing away 40 years of conflicting laws and court rulings. Alaska is the 3rd state to legalize recreational marijuana after Colorado and Washington have legalized it. So Alaska, the 3rd state to legalize recreational marijuana use. Hi, caller. Who's this?
My name is Bill. How you doing?
What's your name, sir?
Bill.
Gil.
Bill.
Bill.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bill. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
If I got any better, I'd be Buddy Martin.
I like hearing that. You don't really want to be him, though, do you?
Not so much. Not so much. All right, Bill, here we go. Geography, entertainment, history, arts and literature, sports, science and nature, or sports and leisure?
Science and nature.
Science and nature. In 1849, what did Walter Hunt invent in 3 hours to pay off a $15 debt? Did he invent the corkscrew, the parachute, or the safety pin?
Whoa. I'm going to say safety pin.
Right there under the wire, we have a winner. Hang on the line. I'll get your information. Hang on the line for me. I'll be right back to you to get your information.
All right.
Congratulations for winning Tribune Tuesday with Tom. Boy, they waited till the very end, and then they snuck in there, buddy, to beat me. Somebody snuck in there to get the tickets from me right there.
Why wouldn't you want to be me?
Well, you really need an explanation for that?
Of course.
Well, we got an hour while the restaurant and food show plays. I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
I'm just, boy, and I'm not real sure an hour would be enough time. Coming up next, a replay of the restaurant and food show. Enjoy it right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Here in Florida, when you're looking to go to the beach, you've got hundreds of options. Theme parks, no shortage of options there either. But when it comes to home insurance, most companies have only one option. Allstate is different. Here in Florida, Allstate agents offer home insurance options from several companies, so they can help you get the coverage that's right for you. And they'll help you save on quality car insurance, too. For starters, safe drivers save 45% with Allstate. So before you settle for just one option, talk to someone with many home and car insurance options. Your local Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Hi, this is Kevin McDonald, your local Allstate agent. To get your quote, please call us at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations.
Allstate has no financial responsibility to you for any home insurance policy you purchase and would not be responsible for any claims. Allstate does not make any representations or accept liability related to operations of home insurance companies, including but not limited to their financial conditions. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Hello, I'm Tom Schmitz, here to tell you about Ocus, a great resource for any business and a proud partner of the CEP. Ocus offers your business radically new technology called Next Generation Websites. Sites that do not wear out, they automatically adapt to new technology like smartphones, tablets, and the next big thing. Why pay for technology that starts becoming obsolete the moment you buy it? With Ocus, there is so much more. Built into the Ocus platform is an unmatched array of business solutions adaptable to any business. Ocus is a superb example that cutting-edge technology can grow and prosper in Marion County. And I should know because they handle my website, ktforfun.com. Ocus has assisted numerous companies in Marion County that have succeeded online. You can learn more by visiting them online at ocus.com. That's OCOOS.com, or drop by their downtown Ocala location at 116 South Magnolia Avenue. Find out how Ocus can provide your business with everything you need to succeed online.
Stay with us and sleep better at the Sleep Inn and Suites of Ocala Bellevue, located next door to Don Garlett's Museum and a few minutes from Florida Horse Park. Our award-winning, newly refreshed Sleep Inn and Suites offers comfy, clean rooms, free fast Wi-Fi, and service with a smile. Start your day with a deluxe hot breakfast and unwind in our heated outdoor pool. Our convenient 24-hour fitness and business centers allow you to stay on track whether you're here to play or to work. That's Sleep Inn and Suites Ocala Bellevue.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account open. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
Hi, Danny Warfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Real estate is the largest and most personal investment that any of us will ever make. Be sure to tune in Tuesdays at 10 a.m. when Bob Kennedy, owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty, will be answering your questions and discussing real estate. So remember, that's Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Call 622-9622 with your questions. It pays to be an informed buyer or seller. This is news you can use from Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty and your friends here at WOCA.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
WWOCA,
Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
We are the source, WOCA. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
This is a Fox News Alert. I'm Pat O'Neill. President Obama has vetoed a bill that would have okayed building the Keystone XL pipeline. That puts a freeze on a top GOP priority, at least for the time being, and reasserts the president's authority over a project that's become a flashpoint over climate change. A possible breakthrough over funding for Homeland Security. Senate Republicans offering to strip the part blocking the president's immigration plan.
This is an approach that respects both points of view.
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell concedes he isn't sure how it will be handled in the House. Democratic Leader Harry Reid.
Unless Boehner's in on the deal, it won't happen.
Current DHS funding expires Friday.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. A commuter train and truck collision in Oxnard, California, injuring 28 people, 4 critically. Authorities said the truck turned before the crossing and was struck on the tracks. No one died in the collision. Fox News. We report, you decide.
I'm Lex Friedman. I run my own business, so I know from experience, hiring new employees can be tough. Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites. And now you can. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 50-plus job sites, including social networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll in to ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. And with ZipRecruiter's premium traffic boost, you can get up to 3 times more candidates. Quickly screen applicants, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 200,000 businesses. Right now, our listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free. Plus, get 30% off your first traffic boost by going to ZipRecruiter.com/info. That's ZipRecruiter.com/info. One more time. To try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/info.
You are listening to a replay of the Restaurant and Food Show, brought to you by La Cuisine, Mark's Prime Steak and Seafood, and Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Thank you for listening to a replay of the Restaurant and Food Show on WOCA.
I'm just sick of all the amateur stuff, you know? I mean, like, if I'm paying top dollar, I want a little production value, you know? Like some editing, transition, something, some music.
Don't worry, we didn't leave you.
He's gone? He's not gone. That's the whole point. He's never gone.
Our bosses say we gotta stay.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma. Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
It's time for the second hour of The Voice of Ocala. Hooah!
You ever come across anything like time travel?
Come on, stick around. It's free.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you still win.
Hour 2 of the Voice of Ocala. Time now for the Restaurant and Food Show, our weekly hour of talk about restaurants and food and people and good things. And we have part of our cast here today, part of them not, but we have two of the most important ones. No offense to the others who are not here today, but Dave Del Rio, who's the usual every week co-host of the show, and Elodie Perron, who is here without Patrice, who says he's working. I don't know. He just says he's at a food restaurant. I don't know. How can you work at a food show? I mean, all you do is eat, right? Come on.
Yeah, I think so. We said yes.
Well, anyway, we're glad to have you. Sorry that that Cindy can't be here, and also that Patrice can't be here. It's actually their loss. But anyway, it's going to be a fun day today. I know everybody is sort of having a difficult time getting back into the groove after the holidays. Mm-hmm. And these days, they come at odd intervals this year. So you really get to Thursday and you kind of feel like the week ought to be over, but it's not.
Yes.
And you have a work day, and then you got a week. Because you guys work mostly all the time, but it's been kind of odd and choppy in terms of you're on, you're off, you're off, you're on. And I'm sure it is on your people, too, in terms of your staff.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
So what was it like? Give me a recap. How was? I know you both were busy. How was New Year's Eve and New Year's? You were closed New Year's Day at La Cuisine.
We were closed, yes, yeah, but very, very busy on.
Very busy.
Eve. Yes. Oh my gosh.
How many seatings did you have? Were you sold out?
Oh yeah. I think we had 115 people that night.
Wow, that's a lot of people in that small building too.
In 5 hours.
Wow.
It was great. It was very good.
Crazy, but crazy good.
Crazy good. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everything went well?
Everything went well. We were very well organized. We were full staffed. So, yep.
That's good. Well, congratulations.
The kitchen did a great job. So
I can tell you have a smile on your face, like you feel good about how things have been going, and you feel good about how things are looking in 2015, don't you?
Exactly.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I can see you. And I know Davis too had a busy time, but Davis have a bigger room to work, and he's more interested in flow. His big deal is flow, right, David?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. How many does it seat, by the way?
Upstairs we seat about 170.
170. That's a lot of people.
Wow. Yeah, and then then we've got some little space outside too, but about 170. And we had a great night. New Year's was great. Everybody was calm. There were, the flow was great. The kitchen did a great job. The servers did everybody did a great job. It was kind of calm. It was almost not fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was too peaceful.
It was relaxing. Yeah, for us too.
It was too peaceful.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, and also with the establishment of your place, and now Dave, you're coming into year 2, and Elodie, you're now in year 5, I think, coming up on 6 maybe. Mm-hmm. People know you're there. You have regular customers. Mm-hmm. People know what to expect, sort of. You kind of know what to expect from them. And that familiarity does help you as well, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Dave, and also Dave, I'm sure you're getting into your groove and your rhythm of the thing.
Absolutely helps us.
And there is a rhythm to that, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, absolutely there is.
Yeah. So now I'm told, a little birdie told me about this as we're talking about food experiences today, that a certain somebody made a trip to Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, played in the sand.
Oh, my gosh.
and enjoyed a meal.
We had such a great day. The meal was fantastic. You can ask my dad. We had the mussels.
Mussels. You had barbecue shrimp.
With the chorizo, we had the barbecue. Oh my God. We were with the spoons, eating that sauce, like sipping the
Dad's
the
laughing
bowl.
over here.
Yes.
Yeah, so
It was
tell
really
me,
good.
you all went, you and your mom and dad and your two children.
Yes, the six
and
of us.
Patrice, and you
Mhm.
went and you ordered what all did you order?
Okay, we
Mussels
had the
and-
mussels, the barbecue shrimp. What else? We did have another appetizer. I cannot. The fried green tomatoes,
Uh-huh.
because I've never tried that.
You never had
before.
them before.
No, I
Okay.
wanted to try. That was really good too. And then we had the red fish,
Bronze redfish.
bronze red fish. That has that. I cannot remember. We tried all
The
the
Levites.
fish.
That's the thing.
Roxanne enjoyed the shrimp garlic pasta.
Your daughter.
Yes, she loved it. She was like looking at kids' menu and looking at the regular menu. Mommy, I think today I'll order from the regular menu.
That's good.
She loved the
She's
shrimp
learned about
pasta.
that. She knows how to do that. So you'll be back, obviously.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And boy, when the weather's nice, it's beautiful there.
Yes,
It really is.
yeah,
And it's been
yeah.
pretty good.
And you were busy.
Yes, we were busy. It was a beautiful day. It was beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very busy.
Here's what you don't know about Dave. He wouldn't tell you this, but I'll tell you. I'm going to tell on him. He was actually off that day, but he came in because you all were going to the
Oh
restaurant.
no!
You had to go and spill the beans.
Oh my gosh!
I would not have missed that for the world.
Really?
Seriously.
Wow.
But you know how that makes me feel? I'm so happy that our team here, we're interacting, getting to know each other. I mean, Cindy's been down there.
Yeah.
Now it's Dave's turn.
Yes.
Dave's got to come to town.
Yes, exactly.
Dave's got to go to La Cuisine. Got to go to Mark's. And
Uh-huh.
you and Susan got to experience that at some point in time.
Yes, we
And I
will.
think that's great that you guys have become friends and you're interacting, enjoying each other's food. That's great. So,
Definitely. And we understand each other, I mean, mostly Patrice and you because of their job. But, I appreciate Thank you, Jay. I feel so bad now.
let me tell you what he did
Don't.
for me. He brought me last week, it's a quart probably, of black-eyed peas. Now, I grew up in the South. I know how to make black-eyed peas. I know how they should taste, believe me. I know what authentic black-eyed peas are. And these were the authentic deal, really. And so I saved them for a day or two. And then we took them out, and I almost didn't want to put them up because I don't like to put things and chill them. But anyway, it was flavor was held. And we had black-eyed peas for dinner, and then we took them and we were making some soup and then put them in soup. I've never had them in soup before, but they were delicious, and they were the real deal. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed, Dave Del Rio, your black-eyed peas. They were to die for, my friend.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for that kindness. So that was my food experience.
Okay.
You had one. Now,
Yes.
Dave, what about you? Did you go to McDonald's or did you do anything crazy?
Susan's in Tampa, so I'm kind of batching it.
Yeah.
So
You make your own food?
I hate to admit it, but I'll grab a quick sandwich,
Yeah.
or either at the restaurant or
Yeah.
we always have some cold cuts and stuff at the house,
Yeah.
and I'll just do that. But I tell you one thing I did experience. Elodie brought me some cherries, chocolate covered cherries. Ooh. Oh my God! As soon as I took I knew they were going to be good. As soon as I took the wrapper off, I could smell the cherries and whatever liqueur was in them.
Yeah, the liqueur.
Oh my God, they're so good.
You never had chocolate cherry?
I've had them before, but not.
You not like this? Well, they're delicious.
Unbelievable.
I used to steal them out of my mother's candy box when I was a child. I love chocolate covered cherries. The cream inside, the liqueur inside, beautiful. So good. So that was your food experience.
That was my
cold
food
cuts
experience.
and chocolate covered cherries.
That's about it.
One of the leading chefs in the United States of America, sitting right here with us, ladies and gentlemen, helped start over 100 restaurants, runs Eaton's Beef Sandburg Grill, cooks. He has invented his own brand, Florisa, and he has cold cuts and chocolate-covered cherries. I love it.
Keeps me grounded,
That's why I love Cindy saying she wants to get a Krispy Kreme in town,
Yeah, that's right.
It's our idea of getting So, you're around food all the time, I guess. Do you actually cook anything for yourself, Dave, when you don't cook?
At home?
Yeah.
I have to really get in the mood.
You don't really want to cook all day when you don't want to cook at night, right? Is that right?
You're tired, and the last thing you want to do is spend some time in the kitchen. You just want to grab something and You know,
how many nights
be
I've
relaxed
ended
on your
up.
couch.
You know what I will do though? I will go sometimes. We'll go to a Chinese restaurant or that I've heard is very good. Something that I don't do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But you know how many nights after the restaurant's closed, I've ended up at a Waffle House or a.
Oh, us too.
Seriously?
No, I know people who do that in the restaurant business.
Well, you know where we go after the dinner.
Of course, yeah.
Our house.
Well, yeah.
11, midnight, whatever. Was so hungry. So, yeah.
Well, I want to ask you after the break, what is your little secret go-to dish? You mentioned chocolate-covered cherries. We all got something that we can just throw together, I mean, not to cook, and that you snack on, that's your kind of go-to dish. You say, okay, I'm going to have this today. I've got one thing I've been doing for about a year now. It's just stuff I grab out of the refrigerator, I buy it at the store, keep it, and I will eat it for lunch 3 days a week. Lunch, completely. I'll tell you what that is, my little secret dish there, all right? And then I want to ask your help, Dave, particularly from you. I'm entering into the world of cuisine here a little bit. My wife being, injured and not being able to cook as much, although she's back now cooking, thankfully. I'm getting more into stir fries. I'm trying to figure that out, the balance. I'm trying to get the right veggies and the right stuff and make sure I don't overcook the veggies. And I've tried some things like lobster, and I've tried things like shrimp, and I can't get the right mix. I put it over pasta. There's an ingredient missing somewhere here. I can't figure out what it is. So I'll tell you about that. Okay. Maybe you can give me a little cooking lesson here, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely.
All right. Dave Del Rio, he's from Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Elodie Perona and her father is here from La Cuisine, and we're missing Patrice and missing Cindy, but we're going to have a good show today. Hope you'll stay tuned because we got $50 worth of certificates. Yes, $50 worth of certificates to eat at one of Florida's best restaurants, recognized again by Florida Trend, another Gold Spoon Award, which, by the way, is a very prestigious honor once again.
Yeah.
Let me answer this. Somebody I know and their family was on the cover of a magazine. I just came to my house last week. We'll tell you about that coming up next, right here on the Restaurant Food Show, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source. Imagine yourself in a quaint bistro right in the heart of a charming French village about to indulge in real French cuisine. Located in beautiful, vibrant downtown Ocala, La Cuisine offers authentic French cuisine and wine from an award-winning menu. Patrice and Elodie moved to Ocala in 2009 because they fell in love with it. And you're going to fall in love with La Cuisine if you haven't already. La Cuisine offers a quick bite for lunch or a leisurely dinner in a comfortable and relaxed setting. So call La Cuisine of Ocala today at 352-433-2570. It's like a direct call to Paris. Stay with us and sleep better at the Sleep Inn and Suites of Ocala Bellevue, located next door to Don Garlett's Museum and a few minutes from Florida Horse Park. Our award-winning, newly refreshed Sleep Inn and Suites offers comfy, clean rooms, free fast Wi-Fi, and service with a smile. Start your day with a deluxe hot breakfast and unwind in our heated outdoor pool. Our convenient 24-hour fitness and business centers allow you to stay on track whether you're here to play or to work. That's Sleep Inn and Suites, Ocala Bellevue.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball.
If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account, plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account opened. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
Here are the categories
Strawberries.
I'll take Mike Scott Plumbing for $1,000, please, Alex.
Answer. Nearly double.
I'll wager $5,000.
All right, here is the clue. PU is the type of this complication.
What is a sewage backup?
Yes, that's right.
It's all fun and games until something happens to you, like a septic system failure or a clogged drain or line, leaving you saying PU. But not to worry, Mike Scott Plumbing is there to get you out of that jeopardy and back on track. And they don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. From septic pumping to lawn irrigation to high-efficiency water heaters. At Mike Scott Plumbing, if water runs through it, we do it. Stop by one of the newly renovated showrooms in Hernando or Wildwood, or call today, 237-2888. That's 237-2888.
Mike Scott.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler. And a new
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do. Experience the golden age of aviation with a ride on a fully restored 1929 airliner, EAA's immaculate Ford Trimotor, when it lands at Ocala International Airport Thursday, January 15th through Sunday, January 18th. You can also take a ride on EAA's World War II B-17 bomber aluminum overcast, one of the greatest military aircraft of all time. Book your flights today online at b17.org and flytheford.org or call 1-800-359-6217. Hosted by EAA Chapter 812.
Back in the restaurant food show, Elodie Perron, Dave Del Rio from La Cuisine and Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, respectively. We've got lots of information for you today. We've got prizes. During the next break, we're going to assemble some kind of question that's on the website at La Cuisine, which will tell you where you can go and find it. It's easy. It's simple to find. What is the website? La Cuisine Ocala?
Yeah, LaCuisineOcala.com.
LaCuisine Ocala, all one word. It's at .com, that would be.
Yeah.
And then go in there and be prepared because you'll find it pretty easily. And she's going to think of the question for you. We won't tell you what it is yet, but right after the next break, we'll tell you. And you can call during the break at 45, during the break, quarter till, and you'll get a chance, first one in, to get $50 worth of eats at this marvelous French restaurant, one of Ocala's and the state of Florida's fine establishments, La Cuisine. So stay tuned for that. Now, before we went to the break, we talked about, anybody got any food experiences, by the way, anything else to share? Okay, let's talk about snacking in the kitchen, okay? When you want a little go-to meal, when you don't want a cook, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I have been known to eat peanut butter out of a jar sometimes just because I love it so much, but that's kind of disgusting, I know. But anyway, but I have a little thing I do. I buy boar's head, stuff. Mm-hmm. And I usually get my usual thing, which is going to be pastrami, Virginia ham, occasionally some salami or whatever, but anyway. And then I'm a big freak all of a sudden of olives. I don't know why. In the last 18 months, I have this craving for olives, but they have to have stuffing with garlic or jalapeno. Do you know how hard it is to find those anymore?
Yeah, they are hard to find and expensive when you do.
They are very expensive, and they had a shortage of these things now. They had a bad year in Spain with olives.
Right.
But I crave those things. So I have a routine where I eat lunch sometimes. I say to my wife, I'll fix my own. I get my cup, get my boar's head pastrami. Usually get cheese, jack. What was the spices in it?
Pepper jack?
Pepper jack.
Pepper jack or the other one, anyway. And I did that kind of cheese, pepper jack cheese, and then I'll take, sometimes I'll take cheddar, sometimes Swiss, but I'll layer it. No bread. Mm-hmm. Just the cheese and the meat and the olives. And I'm good to go. I love that. It also is kind of on an Atkins diet. It's pretty close to it. Olives are a little bit off, but still. And I'm happy with that. So that's my go-to meal when I'm hungry, and I do it 3 times a week. Had it today for lunch. Love it. So easy to fix, and I always make sure I got a supply. I went to Publix this morning to make sure I was replenished. I'm always worried about my olives. I have to keep an extra jar in there because they're hard to get. That's my go-to. Now, what is yours?
Exactly the same. The charcuterie and cheese plate.
No kidding.
Yes. I remember the Christmas Day.
High five.
Christmas Day, we ate all day, and we were stuffed. But like 7 p.m., 8 p.m., I was like, I would eat something, and we did that.
Really?
Cured meat, imported from France because it's easier for
ham
us.
Or
beef?
Or
no,
beef?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pork and beef with the cornichon, the gherkin. And cheese.
And cheese. What kind of cheese?
Bread. The brie cheese, the blue cheese, and the Swiss cheese.
Okay.
Aged Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Yes, 14 months.
Yeah. I've tried to go to Gouda aged.
Yes.
I don't know about
strong.
Too strong. Gouda is okay. Aged is not. I couldn't do it. That was an expensive piece of cheese, by the way. The most expensive. And I'm thinking, what am I doing here? So I'm not going to go that route. So that's your deal, huh?
Yes.
What? Once a week? Twice a week?
3.
3 times a week. Hey, I could come to your house and eat.
Wow.
All right, we found something to cover.
And a glass of wine, of course.
A glass of wine.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't have that at noon because it makes me sleepy. And I have to do the show. So
yeah, right.
But if it's an evening, I just have it for lunch. I don't know why. All right, David. Cough it up, buddy. What you got?
Well, what Susan and I will do what y'all were just talking about, with the different olives, and we'll go but that's usually something we plan, if we're going to have a TV marathon or something, on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But my go-to are those soft rolls, like the Hawaiian or the potato rolls with roast beef and horseradish.
Oh, yeah.
I probably do that, either roast beef or ham.
Yeah.
But 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Horseradish is good.
Now, what kind of rolls are they?
They're a little soft. They're like almost like dinner rolls. They're
okay.
Small.
They're
not
kind
big.
of flat, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit flat. But they're small. And
they browned a little bit. You brown them up a little bit.
No. They're very, very soft. A potato roll is very soft, and the Hawaiian bread is the same thing with a little sweet.
Hawaiian's the same.
Just break them up. I don't even put cheese on it. Just either roast beef. My favorite is roast beef with the horseradish sauce. Lots of horseradish.
Yeah.
Kind of makes my eyes water.
So a little kick in those things.
Wakes me up.
Kick, yeah. Now, I'm also a big soup person, but I'm not terribly fond of canned soup, but I will eat it. I mean, Progresso or whatever, it's okay. I do love Manhattan clam chowder, but it's hard to find.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know why. Why you can't? They don't make too much Manhattan. I guess maybe they didn't keep it in a can or something. I don't know. But chili's okay. But Joni makes decent soup. But I have to resort to the old basic chicken noodle occasionally. You like soups, right?
Yes, I do.
What's your favorite soup?
Actually, the clam chowder, not the
white,
other one.
The white, yeah.
What is New England? New England, yeah. Well, because I haven't tried the other one, maybe, so I'll change my mind.
You might like it. It's got a little tiny kick, little zest to it. It's a little sharper tomato base, and obviously it's pretty good, I think. Dave, which one's your favorite?
It's hard for me to say which one is my favorite because I one of my things is soup. From growing up in the industry, old chefs, the soup was, if you couldn't make soup and lots of different soups, you just didn't earn your stripes.
Yeah.
So I'm very well versed in a number of soups.
I heard about your soup that I haven't tried, but which
gumbo or
no, the new one with the catfish. What is it?
Oh, that's right. It's Antoinette's
yes.
crawfish chowder.
I've heard about
crawfish bisque. I'm sorry, bisque. It's a bisque.
Oh, it's a bisque.
I haven't heard about this.
It's a bisque because I cook all the shells and cooked all the stuff. So that's kind of what makes it a little different. And it's a really, really popular soup. And I put catfish in it. And
wow.
Yeah, I wish you'd have tried that.
I know.
We'll have it all month.
I had so many things to try. I was so stuffed after the meal. Next time, yeah, definitely.
Can we get FedEx to deliver some food up from?
Yeah, exactly. And I'll make sure I don't come on a Sunday.
I do a soup every month. We always have the gumbo, but I do a different soup every month, and they're always scratch made. And and like I said, I love making making soup.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are some places in a colder climates like Denver and New York too. In Denver, I worked for many years, and I worked at a country club. My office was at a golf tournament office, and we had the chefs there that were on regular rotation, really good chefs. And everybody asked the same question at lunch every day: what's the soup?
What's the soup today?
Everybody wants to know what's the soup.
That's the first question actually at the restaurant.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, what's the soup
What's
today?
your soup today?
Yeah, exactly. So,
do you change your soups?
Yes, very often. Every maybe 3 days.
Really? Okay.
Today we have a sweet peas and ham soup.
Sweet peas. Well, that wouldn't be like split pea. It would be sweet peas. What would that be like?
Similar. Probably similar.
Split pea, yeah. See, the only
similar.
soup I don't like is split pea. My wife loves it. I do not like it. I think every other soup you can bring, but split pea, I don't know why. I just don't care for it. But I bet yours is great. Yours is probably different.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would say. So, what is the secret to good soup? Is there any special ingredients? Is there a certain way to cook it? What is it made slow day? What is the secret to good soup?
Well, there's so many different kinds that I can't tell you what the secret ingredient is. You know what I mean? I know I use good stock. I make my own stock. We use good ingredients, and I guess the secret ingredient is just a little bit of love.
There you
Always
go.
put a little love in all
that
our
works.
soup.
It always works.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Dave Del Rio, Elliot Perron here. We're talking about soups right now. I got some questions for you. We've also got a question for you. You're going to win some gift certificates to go eat La Cuisine. I'm going to come back. We'll get them, ask them as questions. What are some of the dishes you've never served in your restaurant that you like to serve? Also, what's the best advice you ever received about running a restaurant? And what do you do with leftover food? That's one my wife asked me. I'll tell you about that. A lot more coming your way on the Restaurant Food Show, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source. Time now to spiff up your bling for spring. Make your rings look brand new. Our master jeweler at Goss & Son will rhodium finish your rings for just $69.95, regular price $75. It's like waxing your car. It brings that shine back and looks all brand new all over again. So come see us. Our downtown location, Goss & Son Jewelers, serving you downtown for 65 years.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account, plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account opened. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is the place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
Imagine yourself in a quaint bistro right in the heart of a charming French village about to indulge in real French cuisine. Located in beautiful, vibrant downtown Ocala, La Cuisine offers authentic French cuisine and wine from an award-winning menu. Patrice and Elodie moved to Ocala in 2009 because they fell in love with it. And you're going to fall in love with La Cuisine if you haven't already. La Cuisine offers a quick bite for lunch or a leisurely dinner in a comfortable and relaxed setting. So call La Cuisine of Ocala today at 352-433-2570. It's like a direct call to Paris.
President Obama has vetoed a bill that would have okayed building the Keystone XL pipeline. That puts a freeze on a top GOP priority, at least for the time being, and reasserts the president's authority over a project that's become a flashpoint over climate change. A possible breakthrough over funding for Homeland Security. Senate Republicans offering to strip the part blocking the president's immigration plan.
This is an approach that respects both points of view.
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell concedes he isn't sure how it will be handled in the House. Democratic Leader Harry Reid.
Unless Boehner's in on the deal, it won't happen.
Current DHS funding expires Friday.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. A commuter train and truck collision in Oxnard, California, injuring 28 people, 4 critically. Authorities said the truck turned before the crossing and was struck on the tracks. No one died in the collision. Fox News. We report, you decide.
I'm Lex Friedman. I run my own business, so I know from experience, hiring new employees can be tough. Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites. And now you can. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 50-plus job sites, including social networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll in to ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. And with ZipRecruiter's premium traffic boost, you can get up to 3 times more candidates. Quickly screen applicants, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 200,000 businesses. Right now, our listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free. Plus, get 30% off your first traffic boost by going to ZipRecruiter.com/info. That's ZipRecruiter.com/info. One more time. To try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/info.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
Let's give it up for old asphalt and a new pair of shoes. Let's give it up for a good rhythm meeting a sweet melody. For a church cookout under clear skies. Let's give it up for good things coming together, like bundling your auto and other policies together with an Allstate agent, which can save you time and keep you better protected. Let's give it up for good.
To receive your comparative insurance quote, contact the McDonald Agency at 622-2333.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is the place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
You are listening to a replay of the Restaurant and Food Show, brought to you by La Cuisine, Mark's Prime Steak and Seafood, and Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Thank you for listening to a replay of the Restaurant and Food Show on WOCA.
During the break, we're talking about numbers of restaurants and rankings and what have you, and just mentioned that La Cuisine is ranked among the top restaurants in Ocala by TripAdvisor. And I didn't know this number, but I read through this list for the first time over the weekend, counting fast food places and, you know, Burger Kings and, you know, what have you. I was staggered to know how many places there were to eat in around here.
I would say 300.
You're right.
Really?
Over 300, yes.
Wow.
And that's counting all the Burger Kings and all the whatever. There are over 300 places. That's a lot of places to eat. Dave, when you grew up in Tampa, there weren't 300 places to eat in Tampa. I know that.
No, there sure wasn't.
And so we're mentioning ones that we forget about. Donnie was mentioning, we mentioned a couple of Japanese places and stuff that we forget we have. And occasionally I forget like Sky, which I think is the other Golden Spoon Award winner.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then I forget about like Ivy House, which has moved here from Williston, which is on the Boulevard. There's a lot of these places, and sometimes we'll just kind of do a little trip out and go to some of these places and come back and report. Cindy's our reporter. Where is she? She's supposed to be out there getting news for us. Well, I'm going to cut her pay for crying out loud. All right, so we got a little treat for somebody if they can go to the website and get the answer to Elodie's question, which is what, Elodie?
How many golden spoon did we have in all? we have?
Now she's bragging, Dave.
Rub it in a little bit. That's okay.
I'm not, but that's the only easy question.
You know what? I'd be bragging too.
I don't blame her. I'd be rubbing it in too. I'm so proud of you guys. You got just
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Beautiful.
It's a great award, and only two of the 2 places in Marion County have got them. So, all right, you can go look now, but you can't call till Johnny Walker says you can, which is about 12 minutes. You can call it 4:45. You can call 622-9622. Look it up on the website on LaCuisine.com, and how many Golden Spoon Awards, easy to find, have they won at La Cuisine, and call the number and you will win $50 if you're first one in, $50 worth of food courtesy of Elodie and Patrice at La Cuisine. I recommend it highly. You'll love it. Okay, let's see. We've gone through the food experiences. I asked you some questions before the break, just for conversation purposes. And I know you don't cook, Elodie, but you like food, and I know that if you wanted to, you could cook, but you're running the front end all the time. So you'd play along. What dishes would you like to serve in your restaurant one day that you've never served? Or are there any?
Oh, yeah, many actually. Bouillabaisse.
Bouillabaisse. Interesting. That's for those who don't know what bouillabaisse is, it's got all kind of seafood and shellfish and stuff in it. It's tomato based, isn't it?
It's tomato based. Yeah, Patrice would, tell you all about it.
Yeah,
but
I bet he could.
Yeah, the problem is
the whole show on it, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. The only thing we don't want to do the bouillabaisse, even if many customers ask for it. It's because we cannot find the right fish to do it.
Look to the
and
left.
We need the fish
look at the
bones.
guy to the left.
Yeah.
He knows all. He has secret places he gets food from around here. He knows what they bring in Tarpon Springs and Cedar Key, and he knows all this stuff. He can help you out. Bouillabaisse. Now, what all is it, Dave? It's clams. It's crabs, right? Can you remember?
It's especially
some kind of fish.
There's fish.
Maybe oysters or mussels.
I think it's mussels.
Maybe mussels, yeah. Real high spices, the really good spices. Might have, a lot of onion, whatever. But it's delicious. I love bouillabaisse.
Oh, here it is. Scorpion fish, sea robin. That's those kind of fish we cannot find here.
So Dave, what would you substitute if you were making bouillabaisse? What would you put in that?
You'd have to go with the local,
Can you put redfish in there?
That's the first one that comes to my mind is redfish. Because it's got flavor, but it's not, it's not overpowering and not oily.
Yeah. You could do redfish.
But it has lots of flavor.
Yeah. Shrimp, obviously you could put in there. I know.
Octopus.
Yeah, squid. I could put squid in there. Interesting. It's a veritable sea full of food. I know that. That's a good one, bouillabaisse.
The Spanish make a version of that I had on a menu at Cafe Pepe's. Excuse me. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I remember in Spanish, so it's called. It's an operetta, zarzuela de marisco.
Wow.
It's very similar to bouillabaisse. But it's the same basic kind of foundation, but just a Spanish version.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's a good one. What would you like to serve, David? You haven't yet. I bet we'll see it before it's long knowing you, but...
probably so.
The mad scientist of the kitchen.
There's a lot of things that I haven't gotten around to serving that I really want to do yet.
Yeah.
There's a grilled meatloaf that's just off the chart that's so good, that I've got a vision for. I haven't done anything with alligator yet, and that's probably the number one on my list to do something with.
Has to have
special.
a Louisiana flavor to it. It could be Louisiana, right?
Can't just be fried. Just won't be fried. It's going to be something different.
I'm kind of over the fried gator tail. I mean, it's just done that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're right. You're going a little exotic, which is good. Yeah, that would be good. Interesting. Bouillabaisse. That's really interesting. Well, I look forward soon to be able to go to Eden's Beach and eat alligator and go to La Cuisine and eat bouillabaisse. And we'll say, we just talked about it on this show. Okay. Second question. What do you do with leftover food? I know you have to throw a lot of it out. Take some home. People can take it home. But you have leftover food every day. What do you do with it?
Well, actually, we don't.
You don't have...
We use...
Cooked to order, everything?
No, really, but we vacuum bag pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So we don't have any waste.
How much left over?
We do have leftover, but it's not wasted because it will be reused,
Okay. All right. So you don't have anything left over.
That's the same with us.
Yeah.
We have very little left over. I work with P mixes, which are product mix reports, so I can tell exactly, pretty close, how many of this we're going to sell. We do a lot to order as well, a la minute, so that really cuts back on the waste. But the big items like grits and that sort of thing, we vacuum pack, and we have a big, we don't make them to order, of course, but we have a big pot of water going, and we vacuum seal them in big, large batches, and all night long we're dropping one, pulling one, dropping one, pulling one, so that by the time we get to the end of the night, we're utilizing what's left on the line, and there's minimal leftover.
Really?
Yeah.
I believe in keeping everything fresh. You do a good job, and you don't have to worry about that.
But you do have desserts that you make and you have leftovers, don't you, sometimes?
Well, those
you can't keep cherry pie for 4 days or whatever. I mean, at some point in time, you have to...
We move them.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know what I mean? We go through them.
And I'll, go back in the kitchen and have a piece of pie if I need. So we don't waste anything.
Sure.
No, but really,
I don't want to waste this banana split. I think I'll eat it.
No, really, we don't waste.
Yeah.
No.
That's interesting. All right. Very good. And finally, before we go to break, what's the best advice you ever received in your restaurant? Everybody had advice, I'm sure, because there's 3 things people know how to do, Dave. They're experts on calling football plays, starting a fire, and running a restaurant.
Yeah, you're right.
They're all experts in all those 3. Just ask them if you don't think so, all right?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So what's the best advice that you ever got, Dave?
I think the best advice I ever got was, and it took me a while to master it, and I don't know that I've really ever mastered it. Just keep your calm. Keep cool. Don't let them let you see you sweat. Just be calm and just, don't get excited. And it'll all work itself out, and you can, you think better, and because there's always things going on, there's always things happening, you know what I mean, and little issues everywhere. But just keep calm, think through it, and you can make them work out.
That goes right into my next subject, which is 10 tips for surviving a professional kitchen. Number 1 is always stay calm. So there you go.
There you go.
And anything you can think of that you or Patrice have got in terms of advice?
Well, Patrice, the big advice he had from, his mentor.
Right. And Leon?
Joseph, yes, was send your food hot and season enough.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's good. It's basic, but you think it's basic, but one thing I can't stand is I can't stand if my food's not hot. That just one thing I draw the line on. I can't eat. I mean, if it's in the refrigerator, I understand it, but if I order something in food, I want it being hot as part of the pleasure of eating the food, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's good. Okay, well, learning a little something there. So always stay calm. That's number 1 on the 10 tips for surviving a professional kitchen. So keep that in mind for a second. Let's remind folks, you can get ready to call in about a minute, 622-9622. You can start dialing here in just a second. And Johnny Walker, that's his name. No more jokes about him. Although there was a guy who named his son Jim Beam.
Jim Beam.
And what was the guy's name?
The story's pretty cool, actually.
What was his father's name?
His father's name was, I don't know.
Come on, man. I'll tell you after the break.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
All right. And anyway, so the question is, how many Florida Trend Golden Spoons has La Cuisine won? 622-9622. Start calling right now. We come back, we'll talk about 10 tips for surviving a professional kitchen. Always share these kitchen stories. We'll find out about that next, right here on the Restaurant and Food Show with Dave Del Rio and Elodie Perron, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source. If you've been hearing about the crowded Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lakeware sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lakeware. Seating now available.
Hi, Hi, this is Randy Briggs of the Briggs Law Firm. My son Bo and I practice exclusively in the representation of accident victims. And we've been asked many times why we would support and sponsor the program Ask the Cops with Sheriff Blair and Chief Graham, who are in the world of criminal law enforcement. Well, these legal rights actually overlap. In civil law enforcement, we're in the business of recovering for victims of accidents that which has been taken away from them and holding the responsible party accountable. Both civil law and criminal law share those common goals. So we're all in the field of law enforcement, and for that reason, we're proud to sponsor Ask the Cops on the Voice of Ocala with Buddy Martin. So if your family or a friend needs help in an accident situation, feel free to contact us at our website, www.thebriggs Law Firm. We're located in the Ocala Historic District.
Hi, I'm Buddy Martin, the host of The Voice of Ocala, every weekday from 3 to 6 right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. A lot of people ask me, how do you keep a muzzle on Tom Schmitz? Forget about it.
Hi, this is Kevin McDonald, your local Allstate agent and proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball, heard here on WOCA. For all your insurance needs, please contact the McDonald Agency at 622-2333.
This is the Salvation Army, and I'm Major George Patterson to let you know that the Salvation Army is available 24 hours a day to provide help to anyone. We also have a family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala. On Tuesday to Saturday from 9 to 4, you can do your shopping, or if you want to donate, you can call 352-732-4469, and we'll even pick up 352-732-4469. All funds generated by our store go into the programs here in Marion County to help the needy.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Do you need a quick energy boost? Massage your ears. It can reduce fatigue for 81% of women. Just because you're out of work doesn't mean you shouldn't have business cards. Don't make that mistake. What should you put on it if you're unemployed? Use your last job title. As smart as they are, lefties are more likely to have minor accidents since things like knives, tools, and machines are typically designed for righties.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire. Because that's how exotic it is.
All right, so did we had a winner, but that person's not eligible? So quickly, they must call. Can they call now? 622-9622 if you want to get in real fast. Only got about 3 minutes. Look it up on the website. Again, how many Golden Spoon Awards for La Cuisine? If you don't want it, we have someone who'd like to go. So 622-9622 and just tell us how many golden spoons, and you're going to get $50 worth. Quick shout out, by the way. First of all, to Mary, our artisanal dish. All the best to Mary. We love Mary. We miss Mary. And you said you had dinner there recently.
Yes, Saturday for lunch. Yeah.
Wagyu beef. That's some of the best beef in the world. Terrific.
Oh, so
and
good.
another person who's not at home that Dave wishes was Susan.
My lovely wife, Susan.
Hi, Susan. How are you?
How are you?
And
miss you.
Yeah. All right, Dave. So we got about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to go here. What do we got? No, we got more now. Got about 4 minutes. Meanwhile, people can call 622-9622. Dave, there's an article about which I thought was pretty good about some tips for the restaurants, and you read it and you really liked it.
I think it's great. because I've seen all these mistakes happen, and I think this is a great kind of survival guide. That's what it is, a survival guide for a professional kitchen.
Okay, now why don't you pick out the ones you like and talk about them? Well, I've got about 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'll go through this pretty quick because they're all good. Stay calm, like I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Keep your calm. Move deliberately. That's a good one. Always ask for clarification. If you don't understand something, make sure you know, because you will not aggravate a chef any faster than by making a mistake because you didn't hear or understand. Just ask for clarification.
You mean now the people cooking or the people serving?
The people cooking. Well, any of them.
Well, any of them. That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Don't pretend more than you know you do, because the professionals in the kitchen will sink you if you do. There's nothing more fun than that's kind of mean, but it's true.
Beating up on somebody give you bad advice?
Well, no, somebody that pretends like they know more than they do, well, they'll give them a job that they know they can't do. Yeah. And then it's just not a good situation. Yeah. Just don't do it. Yeah. Pretend like you know less than you do.
All right.
Be aware of your surroundings. That's good because, you can get hurt very easily in the kitchen. Very easily. Do your homework. Now, this is one that gets me, that makes me laugh, because I'll have salespeople that'll come in and want to try to sell me something, and they'll try to sell me something that has nothing to do with the cuisine that I'm serving at the restaurant. So what that means is they didn't do their homework. They didn't look at my menu. They're just trying to sell me something. I don't have time for them. Shut up and stop brown nosing. Just go to work. Don't try to impress anybody with what you know. You know what I mean? Just show what you know.
Do your job.
Do your job and do it well. Clean and organized, that goes without saying. That's an efficient kitchen. And the other one is that I really like too is have a purpose. Just know what your job is and do it 110%. And you'll survive and you'll make it.
All good, huh?
Yeah, this is great advice. I couldn't agree any more with this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. Put it up on your wall and you got it.
There you go.
Especially organization also. I can see the difference when, we have a busy night like New Year's Eve. Everybody in the kitchen was very organized. They had, even the lemon flour we put on the plate with the fish. Everything was already made and it went very well.
I can't imagine, and here I am talking about stuff I don't know about, so I'm one of those guys. But in the short time I've been trying to cook a little bit here the last 3 or 4 months, it drives me crazy, and I can't find things in the kitchen. I want to have things in the place where I know if I've got the olives in the second shelf of the refrigerator, I want them there, and I go nuts when I can't find them there. I want the knives to be in the knives drawer, not in the spoon drawer. That drives me crazy. These little, I want the right meat to be in the right meat drawer. I've got to imagine if doing this for a living, I would really go nuts. And I'm not an orderly person that much. I'm not a neat freak. But in that regard, I got to have stuff where I can find it. Because nothing really slows you down worse when you can't find something because somebody put it in the wrong place.
That's right. You have to be completely organized in the kitchen, especially I'm sure like Elodie's restaurant and our restaurant, we do so much volume that everything has a place and it needs to be in that place. Because when you reach down, you don't even want to look. You reach down for something, it needs to be there. Yeah. It needs to be there.
It's like a rhythm. You just keep going and, reach here and go there and there, whatever. Now, when you have your trainees, we only got about a minute, and you have a certain protocol you go through with all these people in the kitchen, like this is that, that's there, go through the routine. So
we have a map of the kitchen hanging on the wall.
Okay. Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Well, that's good to know. So sounds like things are going very well at La Cuisine, and our things are going very well at Eaton's Beef Sandbar and Grill. 30 seconds, anything we should know about either place? Any special plans coming up?
We're having a wine tasting January 28th.
January 28th?
Burgundy wine tasting. Should be
very
fun.
good.
And we have a new drink menu rollout that's unbelievable. All kinds of great glasses.
Great. Eaton's Beef Sandbar and Grill. Dave Del Rio. Thank you, Dave. Elodie, thank you very much. Thanks, Dad, for coming in again today. Stay tuned. Coming up next, Buddy Sports Page. This is college football. Tony Barnhart will join us right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with their clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Hello, I'm Dawn Lovell, lead event designer and owner at Party Time Rentals. Have you ever wondered what it takes to make an event spectacular? Well, look no further. It's what we do every day, whether you're hosting an intimate dinner for 10 or a gala for thousands. At Party Time Rentals, we find just the right style and elegance to make your event a success. Our extensive inventory of the finest in chandeliers, tents, crystal, china, and specialty items is featured in our fabulous showroom. Stop by and say hello. It's a great way to get ideas for an event and experience for yourself how you can make your party time special.
Party Time Rentals, located on Southwest 10th Street, just off Route 200 in Ocala, and off Southwest 34th Street in Gainesville. For more information, call 352-629-8858. That's 352-629-8858. The party begins at Party Time.
If you need a sign or a banner for your yard or your business or your campaign, I'd recommend you go to Signs Unlimited at 318 South Magnolia in Ocala. Screen printing, embroidery, digital graphics. Do what I did when we needed signs for the Save the Marion Theater Group. Go see Vic Buttermore at Signs Unlimited if you want quality work with a fast turnaround from somebody who is deeply committed to his community and always ready to assist you. There's a reason Vic's slogan is, "It's our business to make your business better." Sign up for Signs Unlimited. Call 732-7341 today.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
when it really counts. Depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Obama quickly putting pen to paper, vetoing a bill to fund the Keystone Pipeline shortly after it landed on his desk.
Republicans and some Democratic supporters of the pipeline are warning that the president's rejection of the bill won't be the last word. Republicans are already weighing their next moves, and at the top of that list is a likely attempt to override the veto.
Fox Radio's John Decker. Veterans Affairs Secretary Robert McDonald says he made a mistake, lying to a homeless vet who had been in Special Forces.
To make him feel comfortable, I incorrectly stated that I too had been in Special Forces. That was wrong, and I have no excuse.
No one's demanded that McDonald resign. On Wall Street, the Dow rose 92 to another new high after Fed Chief Janet Yellen said the Fed will be patient about raising interest rates. The S&P up 6, also to a new high. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I'm Lex Friedman. I run my own business, so I know from experience, hiring new employees can be tough. Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites. And now you can. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 50-plus job sites, including social networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll in to ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. And with ZipRecruiter's premium traffic boost, you can get up to 3 times more candidates. Quickly screen applicants, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 200,000 businesses. Right now, our listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free. Plus, get 30% off your first traffic boost by going to ZipRecruiter.com/info. That's ZipRecruiter.com/info. One more time. To try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/info.
How much time? 30 seconds. I'm on right now. I don't believe you.
Okay. Enough kidding around.
Ho, 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 ho.
And now it's time for the Buddy Martin Sports Page.
He actually had me stay here last night in his gym.
It's like I don't fit in. It's like I don't belong here.
Let's go talk to a couple of guys that never gamble.
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. See, Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put you on the phone house at the same time. He didn't think we could do it.
Gambling is illegal at Bushwood, sir, and I never slide.
And now, here's Buddy.
Welcome to Buddy Sports Page on a Tuesday, overcast day that it is, and glad to be with you any day, overcast or otherwise. On the program today, we'll delve a little bit into football. We'll talk a little bit about the combines. Not a big combine guy. I've never been a big fan of measuring things and making judgments and on metrics. But nonetheless, you'll hear that some this week. The camps ended on Monday, and later on this week, actually Thursday and Friday, we'll talk to the voice of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Frank Frangie, about what he's learned of the combines, who Jacksonville might pick with the third pick in the draft. Also, we're attempting to reach Mark Long, the AP, to catch up on a few news stories with him, and we'll get that done hopefully. And Dave Pinkelor will join us later in the show, as he does most Tuesday. Dave from Local 6. I got a text this morning. It said, I'm stuck on a charity cruise in the fog last 2 days out Tampa. Wow, probably later in the week. That's from Urban Meyer. I see a story now on CBSSports.com.
You're just taking my headlines, aren't you? Just taking them.
Well, no, it's not your headline. It's my text this morning from him. I'll let you tell the details, but Urban texting this morning. We're going to have him on the program probably next week. Good chance to talk to Coach Meyer. First time since he's won the national championship. We did talk to him the week before he won it, or 2 weeks before. So we'll catch up with Coach Meyer and put that in perspective. And, you just have to stop and think about this sometimes. I was just looking at the conference championships won by Florida since 1991. And having just spent a little time with Coach Spurrier, he likes to talk about those 6 plus the one he thinks they should have got 1990, but they were ineligible. And there's quite a story about that, which he shared with me, which I'll get to someday.
I got a text here from Mark Long. Not going to be able to make it today, dealing with a breaking story. Sorry, he apologizes.
Okay, well, there you go. We'll find out what that breaking story is. Maybe he can let us know.
Yeah.
So just text me back when you get the breaking story. Call us at this number, and we'll do that. I understand. That's what the news business is all about. And so, anyway, as I said, talking with Coach Meyer and looking at some information, I'm doing some research and just looking up at the SEC championships the program has won up from 1991 officially, although 1990, Spurrier will always claim that. Not for himself, but because of the players he promised, that he would always remember them because they paved the way, even though they couldn't get the title. And the school made a decision to take the penalty that year and not the following year. So anyway, starting in 1991, Spurrier won 6 official SEC titles. And, of course, Urban Meyer in 2006, 2008 won SEC championships. Of course, Meyer's teams also won the national championship. That's 8, count them 8, over the period from 1991 to 2008. And that's that's the SEC now. Just remember that. Not so much lately. Been tough years up there since 2008, although 2009 was a good year. They lost, of course, to Alabama in the SEC championship game. So we'll talk to Coach Meyer. We'll find out when he gets out of the fog. Tom's going to tell us more about that in just a minute. We will not hear from Mark Long, but we'll hear from Dave Pingalore. And we'll talk a little bit about our conversation that we had with Frank Frangie, which will air later this week. So, Tom, why don't you give us the headlines?
Ohio State Coach Urban Meyer is lost at sea, buddy, as you said. He's on a boat staying out on the water for an extra day because of dense fog in the Gulf of Mexico. This according to WBNS-TV. Meyer and his wife Shelley are among thousands aboard Ohio State's Cruise for Cancer. It raises money for Ohio State's James Cancer Hospital and Urban Shelley Meyer Fund for Cancer Research. The cruise left Thursday and was scheduled to dock in Tampa on Monday. In addition to Meyer and his wife, the cruise also has thousands of Ohio State fans and several former basketball and football players. Don't feel too bad for them, though. The weather's in the 70s on the cruise. It's 12 in Columbus. So don't feel too bad.
And he also tweeted, "We're good, no worries." He texted us that we raised up over $2 million for the James. We're ready to get home. Several Buckeyes are also on board the ship. Defensive back Dustin Fox, who's been on Twitter. Dustin Fox tweeted, I think we're stuck in the Bermuda Triangle. and so there's also a photograph of the ship in the fog. It is like pea soup. So, yeah, not a fun thing to be on, but I'm sure they'll all get home fine and everything will be good. And we'll have Coach Meyer on the program. Incidentally, coming up this week on Southern Pigskin, we will have Coach Steve Spurrier, a one-on-one interview we had with him. And we'll have Frank Frangie, among other things. So be sure and
Frank Frangie, the voice of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's right, exactly. What else you got for news?
Alex Rodriguez is a lightning rod, as we all know. He always finds himself somewhere on the backside of criticism. The news of the day yesterday was the 39-year-old arrived at Yankees facility in Tampa a few days early. Seemed like a good idea for a player that didn't play at all last season, that doesn't have a guaranteed role in the team. If you listen to Joe Girardi.
I was kind of impressed.
Yeah, I thought it was well, the Yankees weren't. They're aggravated. Mark Feinstein of the New York Daily News. How do you say that? Mark Feinstein?
Feinstein.
No, this is Feinsand. F-E-I-N-S-A-N-D.
Okay, I guess it's Feinsand.
Mark Feinsand of the New York Daily News.
I don't know Mark.
He writes, the Yankees officials did not expect to see Rodriguez at camp so soon and weren't pleased that they didn't get a heads up he was coming. A-Rod's early arrival was a bit of a surprise, as many had pegged him for a Wednesday arrival. Roughly 20 reporters, handful of cameras were on hand when he arrived. The Yankees had no issue with A-Rod arriving on Monday, but team officials were fuming that he hadn't alerted them to his plans. He's learned nothing, said one baseball executive. He's the same old guy. He just does what he wants to do. Okay, this sounds like a team now that's just looking for something to complain about, buddy.
Well, they're going to have to pay the guy. They might as well try to get some hitting, let him hit 260. That'd be an improvement in that lineup.
I mean, why wouldn't you want him to? Does he have to go, hey, by the way, I'm on my way? Why did you, if he shows up, you know he's there? What was that? So that they couldn't? Was that there wasn't enough news media there or something? They wanted a bigger show or something?
Got me.
Speaking of baseball, Rob Manfred is the new commissioner of baseball. He's been on the job 2 months now. Any idea is possible, he said. He's open to a wide range of changes. One of the things, he did banning the defensive shift. He brought that up in January, but he also addressed Monday shortening the baseball season, saying it's certainly a possibility Major League Baseball could shorten its season.
No, that'd make too much sense.
Back to 154 games.
Yeah, back in the day.
He says, our record book already reflects 154 games, so we could do that. We can't shorten it to anything like 110, but 154 games might not be that difficult to do. So at least he's open up. Keith Olbermann suspended by ESPN because he answered a tweet from some Penn State people. A user tweeted to Keith Olbermann that $13 million raised by Penn State students for pediatric cancer. His response to the tweet was a response, that's pitiful. Olbermann says, I didn't mean that the raising money was pitiful. I meant the Penn State students were pitiful. So I'm not real sure he cleared up anything there.
Well, wait, what's pitiful? Is it pitiful that's the only amount they raised? Or
No,
what?
no. He says the amount they raised is great, but the students. He says I said the PSU students were pitiful has nothing to do with the fundraising. I think the students and alumnus of Penn State for proving my point that the mediocrity of their education and ethics from the tweets they sent
the
him.
problem with
Olbermann.
Oh yeah, with Olbermann, he still thinks he's 25.
Right.
Keith Olbermann's a brilliant guy, but he just gets misdirected.
Well, now he's called students and alum mediocre educational people, and that they're pitiful, even though they raised $13 million for cancer.
Whatever.
And then finally, buddy, something you don't see all the time. Matter of fact, it's only happened 29 times, according to the United States Bowling Congress. A man up in Wisconsin, Hakeem Emanuel, he's a native of Boston, amateur bowler. He threw his first 300 game ever at Westgate Lanes in Brockton this week.
Nice, 300
First
games.
one ever.
That's great.
He followed that up with a second 300.
What?
And then a third 300.
Get out of here.
He bowled a perfect 936 consecutive strikes for a 900 series. Emanuel became the 26th member of the United States Bowling Congress to throw a 900 and the first ever in Massachusetts. So he bowled 36 straight strikes.
I wonder what the record is for most consecutive.
I don't know, but
Look it up, huh?
but 36 strikes is quite amazing.
That's a bunch.
It's only happened 29 times in the history, and here's an amateur doing it. So, But if you're wondering how many times people have done it, Walter Ray Williams Jr., an 8-time PBA Player of the Year, has an astounding 93 300 games to his credit.
Does he live here in Ocala?
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah. For 93 times, Walter Ray Williams has bowled a 300.
Maybe we ought to get Walter Ray on the program one day.
93 times he's bowled a perfect
Incredible.
game.
And by the way, you know that story about freshman eligibility?
Yes.
Which you talked about some. New development in that from the Big Ten. We'll talk about that.
Wow.
And here's the other thing. A player on the roster at University of Florida, this little news on him, who's fairly obscure. It's really funny how suddenly they get your attention when your 12-year-old granddaughter asks you about him, and she doesn't even live in the state. Do you know this player, she said? First time she's ever asked me about an athlete. I said, no, but if it's important to you, I'll get to know this player. I'll tell you what happened to him next and tell you about my granddaughter talking about it. Coming up next on The Voice for College. Stay tuned. Dave Pingelow also around the corner on Local 6, right here on Buddy Sports Page.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Let's give it up for old asphalt and a new pair of shoes. Let's give it up for a good rhythm meeting a sweet melody. For a church cookout under clear skies. Let's give it up for good things coming together, like bundling your auto and other policies together with an Allstate agent. which can save you time and keep you better protected. Let's give it up for good.
To receive your comparative insurance quote, contact the McDonald Agency at 622-2333.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is the place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs.
Proud sponsor of College of Central Florida basketball on WOCA The Source.
If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Worth sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Worth. Seating now available. Hi, this is Buddy Martin. If you have an award or a trophy in your house, there's more than a good chance it came from BJ Trophies Gifts and Awards. At BJ Trophies, Floyd Hirschberger and his staff have a lot more than just trophies. Among the items they specialize in are donor recognition walls and trees, personalized or engraved gifts, cast bronze dedication plaques, wide format digital printing with posters, banners, and signs, and promotional products. Floyd is the official trophy and awards maker for the Voice of Ocala radio show and is North Central Florida's leader in custom recognition programs, corporate awards,